Welcome back to my channel, y'all. It's your girl Nene. Welcome back to Nene's Ministry, y'all. This is part 2 of work it until you work it until it works. Okay, guys, so we're going to talk about getting through those challenges. Anytime that you're starting a business, a new business, and getting through those getting through those hard times, life will be life, and life will hit you at some point, because the enemy, the devil, knows that you're trying to work on something to become greater. So he will use certain people, places, and things to come in and try to shift your focus. He would try to distract you because he see where you are going. Of course, the enemy does not want you to get where you are going, right? So there will be obstacles through these challenges that you are trying to work through, okay? But just remember, like I said in my last part, for part 1, is to remain consistent. And now we're going to talk about how we're going to get through those challenges, okay? So there will be days when you want to quit, when you feel things are impossible. When you feel like you're impossible, sometimes we're going to get sick and you're going to be like, oh, I don't feel like doing it anymore because I haven't done it in the last 3 days. I just want to give up. Maybe I'll start fresh next month. Maybe I'll start fresh next year. No, you can start now, start tomorrow, and start in the next hour. Ask God to give you that strength. A lot of times I have to ask God to give me that strength. I've been in business for 7 years. It sounds small, but it's a lot of strength, hard work, and dedication went into it, okay? And I ask God to continue to give me the strength that I need to keep pushing and moving forward. And trust me, he will give it to you, okay? So, but remember this, and it's not about perfection. It's not about perfection. Y'all see, I'm not coming up here with my eyelashes, with no lip gloss, with no lipstick on, and no full bound beat or whatever. I'm just coming up and showing up as my true authentic self, because the clients that you will grab towards is going to love you for who you are and not for who you are trying to be, okay? But how they would know that you are not that person is because if you're not consistent with being that person, they're gonna be like, that's not who she is. That's not who she is. That ain't what she said last appointment. That ain't what she said at this, at the interview. Now I'm in it and she's like, oh, acting totally different. They're going to withdraw from you because you're wishy-washy. You're up and down and you're not being consistent and you're not being true and authentic to yourself. So you always want to remain true and authentic to yourself and who you are. Okay. So it's not about perfection. It's not about being persistent. The people who succeed aren't always the smartest or the most talented. They're not always the smartest and most talented. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have a 4-year degree. I don't have a 4-year degree, but I'm successful. I've been successful for the last 7 years in my entrepreneurship when I seek God and ask God for my purpose. I've been consistent. I've been consistent in showing up for myself, and that's how I became successful. So it's not always the person who succeed are always the smartest or the most talented. I'm not the smartest. I don't know everything in entrepreneurship. When I first started, I didn't know everything in entrepreneurship. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I just stepped out on faith. I don't know. It just came across my mind. I just stepped out on faith. I said, God, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm just going to, if I lose, I lose. At least I can say I tried. And every step of the way, I'll figure it out. And I had colleagues at the time that I tried to figure it out, but I've been in the same field for 18 years. So what I did, it just came out on my own for the last 7 years. So, and it's been the best thing I do. So I know all the back end, the rope of doing childcare, but the front end, running your own business, I did not know. So, but I found out, and I can say I honestly haven't took any losses, and I honestly haven't been disappointed, and I love everything that I do now because I ask God, and what I teach, exactly what I'm teaching you guys, and I ask God to help lead and guide me and give me the strength. Okay, so it's not always the smartest, the most talented ones. They're the ones who keep going when things get tough. We are the ones that keep going when things get tough. Okay, so don't always think that you have to be the most smartest, the most talented. You got to have your 4-year degree with everything. So no, if you do not have your 4-year degree, entrepreneurship is for you, because there's not a degree in the world that can allow you to do what you love to do. Okay, so I just say all that to say, do not be discouraged by your setbacks. Do not be discouraged by your failures, and your failures should be your lesson. Learn from those lessons. Okay. They're part of the process. You have to go through the journey and it's part of the process. And you're going to have process. You're going to have obstacles. You're going to have things that set you back. But you got to keep going. You got to keep going. Every failure teaches you something. Every failure should teach you something. Like I just said, it's part of the process. It's part of a lesson that you should learn and keep going. It refines you. It helps you grow. The key is to keep working through it. Once you work through it, you will work to it. Once you work to it, you will work through it. Okay. So I love and appreciate y'all, and I will give y'all part 3 of this message. Stay tuned, and I love and appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all on my next video.